All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight, as per usual. So, let's get to it. Of course, Dan Phillips with the early 5x5. So, tonight's, we're going to talk about multitude of shit. It's not going to be just one thing. But let me get to the 5x5. So, Jim Cole, Lisa, thank you for 5x5. Eric, Keith, Spotted Fawn, Elaine, another friend, Jeep Girl, Adriana, Ozark Prepper, Kristen, sorry, thank you for the 5x5. Nick, Whistling, Cat Girl, Maria, Crystal, thank you for the 5x5. Janine, thank you for the 5x5. Dumbass, thank you for the ribeye by filet. WTC, thank you for the 5x5. And Jordine, if I'm pronouncing that right. Mike, Buy the Book, Greg, Carlin, sorry. And Ann, thank you for 5x5. Groundhog, Kathleen, Granite, Janine, thank you for the 5x5, 10x10, and 5.7x28, whatever the hell that is. Maverick, thank you for the 5 by whatever. And Jenkman, Lola, Water Tiger, Ape Sitter, thank you for 5x5. All right, so let's get on with the show. So again, guys, tonight we're going to talk about a multitude of shit, and as the title states, what will happen next? We don't know, right? So there is no what will. It's more like a what might happen next. And all we could do from here moving forward, guys, is theorize and guess what's going to happen next. I know, and I said this before, I have to say it again. There are multiple channels out there that are going to tell you what will happen next. Nobody fucking knows. Nobody has a crystal ball. I am, a lot of us, not just me, but a lot of us are tired of those channels. They come on here, TV. They have a fucking piece of paper in their hand, right? They're sitting there and I got some information on here to share with you. Yes, and by the way, I have a contact that's telling me all of these things, and my sources and all this other bullshit. Meanwhile, they don't have a contact and or sources, and in a lot of cases, their contacts are subscribers from YouTube. And I am not saying that a lot of subscribers don't know what they're talking about, but I doubt very much their subscribers and or their information is right, because guess what hasn't happened yet? We're not glowing in the dark. Someone brought up Ecuador. I just saw that. Gunsling. I just saw that mess that's going on in Ecuador right now. I'm like, yo, it's again, every day there's going to be something new, some new distraction. We just have to stay above board, meaning pay attention to what's going on, but don't sink into it, right? So a lot of places, guys, they're going to tell you they have sources, and they don't. Some of them might. The problem with all of their sources is they have been 1,000% wrong. According to a couple of channels, for the last 2 years, we were supposed to see a tactical nuke used at some point in time. And last year, we were supposed to see, I think, 12 detonations, 1,000 suicide bombers. We were supposed to see a ton of shit, right? And the Earth was supposed to crack in two. Also, I think we were supposed to disappear. Some shit like that. There was all this crazy shit being talked about last year. And here we are in 2024, January 9th. Nothing. Now, that being said, that still doesn't mean nothing's going to happen, but we can't hold on to a lot of these things we're hearing. Now, if a lot of these channels start cleaning their shit up and they start saying this might happen, fine. But to tell us that it's going to happen, or they wholeheartedly believe, like I wholeheartedly believe, and again, it's in my opinion, that the next respiratory attack on humans is definitely going to start with children and older people, old folks. And again, that's my opinion. Now, whether I'm right or wrong is irrelevant. What's irrelevant is that we prepare as much as we can for whatever's coming next. Now, again, a lot of these guys might be psychologically getting you ready for what's coming. That could possibly be their angle. Though I doubt it very much, I'm trying to give them the benefit of, some of them, the benefit of the doubt. But nonetheless, guys, it doesn't matter if there is a nuclear strike or not. We should be ready regardless, right? But we also shouldn't be hanging on everybody's fucking words. That's the other thing. Someone just said, I can't see Jason, just his voice. Someone said, same here. My iPad did blink out and then came back on. So do me a favor, reset your reset. Kick out of this live stream and then punch back in and see if it comes back up again. But some people still see me, some people don't. Yeah, gunmen stormed Ecuador. Yeah, Ecuador is falling apart. Aliens in Ecuador? No, that was Miami. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. I'm going to talk about that later tonight, rather. The whole Miami alien incidents. I listened to two guys talk about it. They sound pretty convincing. Anything's possible. Take your booster. I can see and hear clearly. All right, so Prep to Adapt says they can hear me. Groundhog whistling and Rhonda said 5x5. All right, cool. But Truthful Troll said he still can't see me. That's weird, because Truthful Troll, if you can hear me, my iPad screen blanked out. Like the video. My live stream blanked out and then it came back on. Astatine85, thank you for the donation. The angle is coin, not the conditioning. So, and other people are saying you're fine. Video's perfect. Thank you, guys. So, TJ, Project Bluebeam. I'm going to talk, again, we're going to talk about that a little later tonight in regards to the alien incident. I don't think that incident was Project Bluebeam at all. I think it was something else. And somebody was mentioning CERNs. Though I didn't look up whether or not CERNs fired up their, collider thing in the last couple of days. I don't know. If they did, and that happened, that's very telling. But again, we're going to get into that later tonight. YouTube is acting up. Delete your page and go back in. So Sentence Tibet said, just close out altogether and then log back in and see if it pops up. Right. So, and again, TJ, that's not saying I'm right. I could be entirely wrong. It could be Project Bluebeam. Absolutely. But listening to some of the accounts, and then one guy who specializes in, I don't know how he specializes in this, but he specializes in, what is it called? Alternate realities and universes, an alternate universe. He said he specializes in it. And according to what he heard, is according to what he's been studying. Again, he must know some shit that we don't. But anyway, we're going to talk about that later tonight. But again, guys, just be careful where you get your information from. And if you are using those YouTube channels as entertainment purposes only, by all means, watch their channels, laugh, giggle, whatever the fuck you're going to do, make fun of them, but don't take it seriously. Don't take any of this shit seriously. Shit, don't even take a lot of the shit I say seriously. Just listen to what we say, go, okay, and then move on. That's all we're here for. We're not here to scare the shit out of you, though I think that a lot of channels are trying to scare the shit out of you. I think a lot of channels have the savior complex. And the savior complex is where they tell you information, and if it happens, they were right. And they can sit there and say, I told you this is going to happen. Good fucking deal. Well, I don't know what that's going to do when the fucking world is collapsing in and around us, right? You're sitting there on your fucking TV, fucking 8 viewers because everybody else is dead. I told you this is going to happen, and then what? All it is, guys, is an attaboy. That's all it is. That's all these people want. They want a pat on the back. They want a pat on the shoulders. They want a kiss on the dick. Whatever it is, that's what they're looking for. Because if you're right, then you're right. And if you're wrong, you also got to accept the fact that you're wrong. And a lot of these channels don't sit there. When they're right, they're like, I told you it was me. I'm the first reporting from this channel. You heard it here first. Everybody wants to be heard it here first bullshit. But when they're wrong, they never, ever fucking say they're wrong. Ever. They gloss over the fact that they were wrong and they move on. But when they're right, they're swinging their dicks on fucking camera. Gunslinger, yes, cred. They want street cred, YouTube cred, whatever cred that is. That's what they want. They want the the attaboys, all of that shit. They want it all. They want to be carried on your shoulders out the fucking the street, like Rudy and chanting their name or some shit. That's what they want. But yeah, the synagogue tunnels. That's some crazy shit, man. A lot of you don't know about the synagogue tunnels here in Brooklyn. Apparently, the Hasidic Jews built a tunnel next to one of their synagogues so that they can get in and out during COVID. Well, instead of closing it down, they kept it open. PD found out about it. I think buildings found out about it first, handed off to PD. They were going to backfill that tunnel with cement, and the Hasidic Jews were acting like children. This is what happens when you give a spoiled group of people carte blanche in the city. When you tell them no, they act like spoiled brats. And that's exactly what they did in Brooklyn. The videos are all over Instagram and Reddit. You'll find them. They're acting like giant fucking children. And when you watch the videos of them acting like kids, there's another video of them coming out of the hole like a rat. Go fucking figure. So again, guys, what happens with groups of people, it's not a Jewish thing, it's not a black thing or a white thing or a rich people thing, it's spoiled people thing. When you let people have carte blanche of the city, for example, the black community, let them do whatever they want to do because you're no longer pulling them over for X, Y, and Z, though I am against people being pulled over, don't get me wrong, they start to act like entitled. The Hasidic Jew community here in New York City has a very, very entitled attitude here. They are just along with the rich New Yorkers. Entitled attitude. You got black folks here walking around the street feeling entitled that they think that they could smoke weed because it's okay. And if you stop them, what are you stopping me for? Well, you just broke the law. You just ran through a red light. Fuck you. I can run through any red light I want. It is an entitlement that everybody's starting to get. You got police officers who get pulled over. They feel entitled. They whip out their badge. Oh, I'm a cop. Dude, you just hit 8 kids and a nun, sorry. We got to pull you over. Well, I'm PD, you know. You got firefighters that get pulled over. Well, I'm a fireman, I save lives. Can't you let me go? Entitlement. Entitlement is just not one group of people, guys. It's almost everyone. Celebrities. Don't you know who I am? I'm a famous such and such. I was in this movie, that movie. Start name dropping and shit. Entitlement is fucking awful. It's horrendous. You know, and I think at some point in time, a lot of us fall victim to it. But then you got to realize that entitlement is bullshit. That when you look at other places in the world, you don't have the right to fucking be entitled. When there are other people struggling just to fucking make ends meet, right? But anyway, that's a different fucking title for a different day. Watch that video of the Hasids acting like fucking assholes. They were acting like giant children. And then there seemed to be some infighting in there because I think there were Hasidics trying to stop their people from attacking the cops, and it didn't work out in their favor. So they were all over the place. That video was just a mess to look at. There were different angles. There were different fighting. I think they were throwing yarmulkes at each other and fucking. It was a crazy shit. It was the craziest shit I've seen in a long time. But when it comes to them overreacting, they should win an Academy Award for their overreacting. They really should. But anyway. With that, guys, let's move on. So, what will happen next? I don't know. What might happen next? Well, what we are starting to see happen next are people acting erratic. And I said this before about the arm ticket and it causing psychosis change in people. Well, we're starting to see a lot of heinous and or evil acts. And I'm wondering, and just bear with me on this for a second. I'm wondering if the arm ticket is causing people to also behave in a bad and or evil manner. Because there's been an increase in evil acts and behavior over the last 2-3 years. 2 years. And it's alarming. Watching videos of people punch bus windows out, like the side windows out. Watching people just for no apparent reason pushing people into the train tracks. But people are just behaving badly. People are just, and it's not even just badly, it's evil acts. And like, it's beyond shit that you can comprehend. There's shit going on in this city in regards to women being raped. And rapes happen for no reason, but I'm just like, that has shot up. The whole murder-suicide, that shot up. Like dramatically, not even by a little bit, a lot. People I mean, the whole murder suicide thing is out of control. I've never seen so many cases happen. I mean that's nationwide. I'm not just talking about New York City. Sorry, I'm talking about nationwide. There's just a lot of evil shit going on. There are people locking more people up, or capturing them, or kidnapping them and locking them away and doing all kinds of heinous shit to them. All kinds of heinous shit. There's got to be a connection. Now, I could be entirely wrong, and maybe, like some of you are going to refer to the Bible, maybe that's it. But what if the arm ticket is the catalyst for evil to take hold of people? What if that's the devil's route? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Is all I'm doing. I'm spitballing. I'm coming up with reasons or ideas or theorizing on why so many people are behaving badly. I've never seen anything like it. It's like out of control. Grand scheme, yes. Weather disasters are another thing that I'm going to touch on a little bit as well. Weather disasters are seemingly going to get a lot worse. I don't know why. No, I mean, I know why. We all know why. That was stupid of me to say. But I think we're going to see a lot more of those. If you have a people are losing their cars, garages, and part of their homes as we speak. The winds are going to pick up tomorrow morning when the ground is even at its softest. So there should be more down trees come tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. That stretch between tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. So we shall see what happens between now and then. Anyway, I am just curious, guys, as to. Somebody said the sound is off. No sound. I have sound here. And that stretch. I have sound on the iPad. Glitchy. Good now. Sounds back. All right. Audio's coming back. So I guess YouTube is definitely screwing with me today. Like, all right, he talked about the Hasids. We have to take him out. I wouldn't be surprised if this fucking quit on me. 5x5. All right. So trying to sound cut out, then it came back. All right. So I could have been talking to myself for fucking the last 2 minutes. Is that what it is? A lot of lizards are being blown over here. No shit. You're back. Sounds in and out. Sean was off. 5x5 now. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. So, I don't know what you guys missed, but I was just talking about the evil acts being increased. Hopefully that's where it cut off. And yeah, there's just a lot of bad shit going on. And I'm starting to wonder if that's the reason why so many people are changed. Again, there are people who are misbehaving badly, and nobody knows why. All right, so 2 seconds out and back. All right, somebody said 2 to 3 seconds. All right. Keith in Arizona, we're going to talk about the Epstein Island list on the Angry Truth channel later tonight, because that's going to be one of the things they don't want me to talk about. I already had a video demonetized because I was talking about Mr. Epstein. We're going to talk about that a little more. Let them demonetize that video as well. Fuck them. Don't care. But apparently you can't talk about him, and there's a bunch of other things we're going to talk about tonight that I can't talk about on YouTube, but I definitely will on the Angry Truth channel. But I also think that's part of the distraction while we're on the subject real quick. Of course, the island of forbidden love, if you will, there's a lot to that. And there's a lot of names popping up, and it seems like a lot of names are being thrown at us. Again, guys, it's the Black Book. I don't care about anything else. I don't care what names were mentioned. I want the Black Book. Some people are also talking about the flight logs, and yes, we probably need the actual flight logs. If that has been released, that changes the entire game. But I can't keep up with all these documents that keep getting released. If I'm not mistaken, they're court documents. Rumble. Sorry, Adriana said do it on Rumble. You're right. I should do it on Rumble. I should do a live stream on Rumble and talk about a lot of that shit on there. And Johnny 308. Nobody. You know what the thing is, Johnny 308? Maybe no one's going to jail. Maybe no one's going to jail, but I think a lot of people's lives are going to be ruined regardless, whether they go to jail or not. Right. So again, and Penny said I want the videos. The videos are a good thing. The videos are definitely something people want to see because, of course, all of a sudden now they got a video of Trump. That was the first name they mentioned. They have him. Who is it? Richard Branson name was mentioned. There are a lot of names being thrown out there. A lot of actors' names are being thrown out there. We shall wait and see. Richard Branson's name is a name I was a little surprised to see, but then again, it's Hollywood, so how surprised could you be? But I don't know, guys. The video would definitely be the nail in the coffin for a lot of people's careers if that video comes out. Here's the other side of the coin, and I know a lot of people are not going to like this because of AI and deepfakes. Who fucking knows anymore? That's the problem. And I had said this once to myself, or writing it out one time, that I think that we're going to use Donald Trump in a deep fake to make a video of him doing something that he's not supposed to be doing. And with deep fakes, guys, you don't know. Now with deep fakes, you could tell. Some of them are pretty good, but you could definitely tell. And this guy has to be a good actor using a deep fake, so who knows? Someone said Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz was on the list too? Yeah, David Copperfield was doing a magic trick though. They never said that he was engaged in anything. Bryan Cranston, not Richard Branson. I thought was mentioned, but it was Bryan Cranston. Sorry, that was mentioned in the latest the video. Sorry, the video of Bryan Cranston. Something bad, right? That was the actor that was mentioned. But wind is howling so much, it's coming up through my my pipes over here. So I keep looking off to the side because it sounds like there's somebody in the fucking kitchen. Anyway. Yeah, my chair was probably on Epstein Island, right? It came back with AIDS. But anyway. A lot of people's names are popping up. Again, like Johnny 308 said, he says no one's going to get locked up. I don't think anybody's going to get locked up either. I think it's just Breaking Bad. Thank you for that, Adriana. And I think it's just going to ruin a lot of careers. So that's the problem. I know a lot of people are on the defense, and some people are staying really, really quiet to see what happens next. But that is a distraction. We're going to talk about that a little more later tonight. Now, there was an actor that just came across my screen. I'm trying to find his name on my phone. He just passed away. Something Kate Canton. I think it's Aiden Canton, Spanish actor. He was in not Lone Survivor, something Survivor. Ah, shit, man, I'm drawing a fucking blank all the way around today. But he was with Kiefer Sutherland, where he was like a fucking senator and the Capitol blew up and everybody was inside died, and it was Designated Survivor. That's what it was. And that actor who was in it, Aiden Canton, I think that's how you pronounce it. Right, Adriana. Canto, not Canton, Canto. He just passed away at 42 years old with a sudden bout of appendix cancer. So, guys, the more deaths due to the armed ticket at an alarming rate, we are starting to see it. Now, I mentioned it last year. I mentioned that we could be seeing an increase in sudden and or unexpected deaths this year. And at the beginning of the year, we're going to start seeing a bump, and by the middle of the year, we might see the off to the races kind of shit. And lo and behold, we're seeing a lot of celebrities starting to pass away suddenly. Now, granted, guys, I make excuses for older people because you just don't know. They're old. They already have 2 feet in the grave. So when they pass away at 75 or 70 years old, just like, right? But somebody like this guy who was fairly healthy, all of a sudden developing a appendix cancer. Now, that could be a common thing, but there are a lot of people passing away suddenly, and terms like suddenly died, unexpectedly, and someone mentioned it here, turbo cancers, we're starting to see that pop up a lot. So, and that's the thing, right? 42 years old, that's pretty fucking young. Yeah, I didn't know how else to explain it, like off to the races. But anyway, we're gonna start seeing an increase in this shit. And the thing is, there are people who took this now, who were wholeheartedly, and people I worked with. I'm always right. I'm always fucking right. Anyway, in regards to another situation, but the, it's just not looking good. And people, guys, who took the arm ticket, who believed in it, and there's people that I worked with, at least two guys that I worked with, they're like shit. And one guy, we were talking about it today, because we were talking about it yesterday, sorry. And he was like, he goes, listen, I took it, I thought I was doing the right thing. He goes, but now all of these people are passing away. All of these people are not waking up, or waking up dead, as I like to put it. And people are like, what is waking up dead? Waking up dead, guys, is when someone walks over to you, they rock you, you don't wake up, and you walk up and you wake up dead like, that's waking up dead. Like you make that fucked up face before you die, and you freeze like that, and then they're like, oh shit, he woke up dead. That's what it is. But anyway, and no, it's not a real thing. It's just some bullshit I made up. But still, guys, there's a lot of people that are just not with us anymore. And a lot of you guys, know people who suddenly developed Mr. Cancer. A lot of you guys know a lot of people out there who suddenly developed some kind of ailment. We are, guys, going to see some incredible shit in the next year in regards to that. That I can almost guarantee we're going to see more and more and more, right? And it's going to look seemingly bad. And actually, it is seemingly bad. It's not going to look seemingly bad. It's going to be seemingly bad. But sorry. But somebody was just giving me a heads up on my video outage again. But anyway, seemingly it's fine. So, yeah, guys, a lot of people, sheep, you want to call them that? I still call them that, that took the arm ticket because they thought they were doing the right thing. And it's funny because my buddy was like, he goes, the crazy shit is, you were sitting around here before I left. He goes, you were sitting around here, yapping about how bad it was for us to take it. And he goes, and he looks around the kitchen to make sure nobody else was there. He goes, you were right. And he go, I know it's fucking right. I'm always fucking right. I'm one of those guys. Anyway, I said, listen. And I told him, I said, jokingly I said I was right. But I said, I wasn't right. I said, I listened to doctors who pointed out the fact that we were going to see some shit. That we were going to see a lot of ailments, rare medical diseases pop up, these doctors were saying this shit 2 years ago. And now that we're seeing this shit happen, now people are like, fuck. And even him, he's like, shit. He goes, oh, I didn't know what else to do. He said, I thought I was doing the right thing. He goes, now I wish I didn't take it. And a lot of guys now wish they didn't take it. Next time, listen to the guy who wears the tinfoil hat screaming at the fucking sky that, what you call it, is spraying the skies. Maybe sometimes we can be right. But whatever, man. That ship has sailed. A lot of people, unfortunately, guys, are going to have to deal with what comes next. Unfortunately. It just is what it is. And it sucks. And it's not that I want to be right on other things like, stupid shit that doesn't matter. That's cool to be right on. I was just listening to these doctors closely. I was like, holy shit, they said this, they said that. but they know this is their wheelhouse. The arm tickets of all kind, that's their wheelhouse. They know this shit. And when they were calling it out, and then they were being made fun of, and they were doctors going after their medical license to strip them. Now a lot of these doctors who are probably yelling at they should get stripped. Matter of fact, he wasn't a doctor, but he was a military general, I think. He just passed away out of nowhere. He was one of the military generals that I was trying to get the other military men and women to follow him and take the arm ticket. Well, if I can serve my country, I'll serve my country in more ways than one. I'll get the arm ticket. The dude is dead. I'm going to do a separate video on that because what an asshole. All of a sudden, he's no longer here, right? I'm going to serve my country more. They better give this motherfucker the send-off of all send-offs because this guy was probably in Iraq war. He was probably in the shit. And he dodges bullets or whatever it is. He comes home to take the arm ticket and winds up dying from that. Imagine IEDs and all kinds of shit are going off and you survived 3,000 attempts on your life. Come home to take some bullshit, put it in your body, and just like that, you're gone. Holy shit, man. Which, listen, I mean, at this point, I'd rather be hit by a car out of fucking nowhere than ever take some bullshit like that and put it in my body. I don't know, man. And again, I listen to doctors and I listen to health fanatics, and they were all raising the red flag on this shit, and nobody wanted to listen. And when I was repeating what they were repeating, people were like, shut up, stupid. You're just a dumb fireman. And a Negro at that. All right, so maybe they didn't see that last part. I just added that in there. But still, dumb fireman. We don't know anything. We don't, because we can't read, we can't listen to people, we can't do our own research. We're stupid. For all of us that said that this was going to happen, there were other channels that said this shit as well. I wasn't the only one. There were other channels that said the same exact shit. Look where we are now. Anyway, that being said, guys, these are things you're just going to have to look out for. An alarming rate of people not waking up anymore. So we shall see where that goes. Melania Trump's mother has died. That's breaking news for whatever reason. I don't know why shit like that's a breaking news. Sorry to sidetrack, but why is that? Why is Melania Trump's mother dying, or Melania, however you would say her name, why is that breaking news? No one gives a fuck. I'm not going to be like, oh, let me send roses and flowers and memes and shit to her now. Fuck out of here. No, it annoys me when they do shit like that. It's stupid. If Trump's parents are still around and they died, that's a little different. If Biden's parents are still around, which they should be long dead, but if they were still around, that's different. Melania, however you say her name, who cares? Petty, a lot of us refuse to comply with tyranny, and we will continue to do so. We will continue to not fucking comply. That is not how a lot of us were built. For those guys that bend the knee, for those that kneeled before Zod, if you will, a lot of those that did that, they don't have a backbone, and they never will. For those of us who stood our ground and went through the hardships of losing work, not enjoying our work anymore, sitting in our fucking home, feeling bad for ourselves, and doing all that kind of shit, and we still suffered through that, made it through that, and still moved forward. Those are the people who are going to make the fucking difference when the next civil war comes. Because those are the people who stood their ground and told fucking tyranny and bullshit and these overreaching politicians to go kiss a dick or vagina if you're a chick. These are the people that are going to make a fucking difference. Not those who serve their country but bend the knee. Not those that serve their job and bend the knee. Not those who are screaming by the water cooler or the kitchen table that I'm not going to do what they say to do, and then the next week run and get the arm ticket. Those are not the people that are going to stand up for you. Those are the guys that are going to continue to collapse like origami because they do not have a backbone. They don't. And maybe some of them will develop a backbone out of this, but only a few. Not many. This whole Mr. 19 event showed us who everyone was. Everyone's true color and cowardice came out during the Mr. 19 event. Everyone. And for those who stood their ground, we know who the fuck you are. And those who folded like origami, we know who the fuck they are. And everybody's going to say I didn't have a choice. You had a fucking choice. You just chose poorly. And Rhonda, a lot of us question authority. We did. We had to. Listen, imagine, guys, taking something that was so safe that if you didn't take it, you lost your job. And not imagine, it happened. People were fucking sitting there like, yo, but if it's that safe, and if it's that good, why are we being forced to take it? Why was a mayor on? It turns my stomach when I think of this. But why would a mayor sit on national TV, or rather local TV, sorry, and eat a burger and french fries from Shake Shack? Convincing you. You guys have to understand, for those that didn't see this video, look it up. Bill de Blasio eating Shake Shacks. He had to convince New Yorkers so badly that you were going to get a free Metro card, $500 in your paycheck if you were a city worker, and a free burger and fries. Imagine doing that. Being on local TV, eating a burger and fries going yummy. The motherfucker said yummy. What grown-ass man says yummy? Matter of fact, he's not a grown man. He's a grown twat. Not the point. The point is, guys, is that this dude was convincing people hard and then dropped the hammer and was threatening people if they didn't get it, they were going to lose their job. And then left the office. Left and laid that shit in Adams' lap, Eric Adams' lap, and then Eric Adams ran to the races with it. He's like, you know what? These motherfuckers are not going to fucking take the shot. We're going to have to force them to take it and threaten their jobs. And then guess what? For those of us that stood our grounds, you know what? We look stupid. We're going to have to bring them back. Guys, you got to come back to work. You have to come back. And that no apology, no form of anything coming back. Just come back. And of course, you come back to work and you don't look like a rock star. People are like, you were stupid for leaving in the first place. That's what you get when you come back. So be it. Listen, man, I'll look stupid all day, every day. I will do that shit 8 times over. I don't give a fuck. Because it is better than developing an itchy dick or a twitchy leg or a fucking bouncing nipple. You choose. It's better than all of that. I will do that shit all day, every day. I don't give a fuck. No compensation. 0. And when the lawsuits go in, the city's going to fucking pay. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Marine's daughter said they never called me back. They think they're still in the mandate in place. Well, you got to call Marine's daughter. You have to call. You got to check. But Debs, no back pay, no compensation, nothing. More flooding in the area, apparently. This the phone keeps going off. Flooding, high winds. I'm like, all right, bring it. But then again, I could talk shit. I live on the 21st floor, so. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. It's fucking it was bullshit. It was the worst bullshit the country or the world has ever seen. Losing your job because you didn't want to take something that was reportedly healthy. I won. I won no matter how you look at it. Because unfortunately, guys, a lot of people are going to get sick behind this. And a lot more people are going to croak behind this. You know, and that's just a fact. We're going to see more people. Tech for You said bad flooding in North Carolina as well. Really? I got to reach out to my son then. See how he's doing. Make sure he didn't float away. But yeah. Anyway, guys. So, with that being said, we're going to touch on this drug epidemic that we're seeing, and I've been suspicious. Not that I'm currently. I've been suspicious about the drug epidemic that's going on. Now, one side of me is calling bullshit on what we are seeing here in the United States. Right? We're seeing places like Kensington, New York, Brooklyn, Washington Heights here. Probably Detroit somewhere. A lot of places, San Francisco, LA. This drug epidemic that they keep calling an epidemic and saying we can't control it. You absolutely can control it. You know where the drugs are being sold, shut it down. In fact, you know where the drugs are being sold to a point where you should be able to shut it down with no problem. And you could slow it down. Now, no, can you stop this epidemic? No, but you can absolutely slow it down. Don't call me sir. The whole Cat Williams, I'm going to talk about that later tonight on The Angry Truth. The Cat Williams shit is out of control. Cat Williams is lighting Hollywood the fuck up. For those of you that don't know who Cat Williams is, Cat Williams is a black comedian. I like his comedy. He's really cool. But he's been on the up and up and the straight arrow approach, man. He's been destroying Hollywood, specifically black Hollywood. He's been destroying. He has been throwing them under a bus, talking about Illuminati, what is that called? Initiations and things like that. If a lot of you don't know who he is, look him up. And look him up on YouTube. He has been lighting it the fuck up. He has been dropping some truth bombs, and they are not liking him right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he woke up dead. I would not be surprised. He is on fire right now with a lot of shit that oh my God. He's throwing so many people under the bus can't even move anymore. Can't even roll over anymore people. They're going to have to need a new bus of people to roll over, a new bus to roll over people he's throwing under. He's throwing a lot of fucking people under the bus. He is definitely worth the watch. There was an interview he did. I can't remember the guy he did the interview with, but he is setting it on fire. Kathy Avocito was like, he's been on fire. And he's been on fire for quite some time. He took a strong stance against the arm ticket too. A strong stance against it. So once I noticed him taking a stance against that, he caught my ear again. Because I like his comedy, but I was like, all right, he died off. He started talking about the arm ticket. I was like, what did he say? And he laid into the arm ticket. He wasn't hearing it either. And then he started throwing. Go and research. If you have Instagram, just type in Cat Williams, and you're gonna see all of these cutouts of the interview he did. And he was going after it. Holy shit. That guy is fucking I mean, the truth that he was dropping is more important than the comedy. You gotta listen to him. He was setting people on fire. He was setting people on fire, kicking them down the stairs into a pool of gasoline. That's how bad he was lighting. He was setting the shit on fire. I've never seen any celebrity go after it like this. And a lot of people can't even dispute some of the shit he was saying. And when he went after Kevin Hart, man, holy shit. And he was right about Kevin Hart. And a couple other celebrities. Oh, yeah, Harvey Weinstein and Diddy. He went after them, too. That's right, Kate. Man, like I said, just look them up. That is some fucked up shit. Anyway, the drug epidemic is happening because it is designed to happen. It's another structure. So, there's a lot of things, guys, that are happening. It's multiple things that are going to happen at once. Not one big event that we all thought it was going to be. Multiple events. And the drug epidemic is one of them because the drug epidemic is growing. More and more people are being corralled into the drug epidemic because they are allowing it to happen. Meanwhile, police chiefs all over the country are like, we don't know what to do. I know what to do. I'm not even a police chief. Light up the fucking drug dealers and their drug dens. Light them the fuck up. This is how you get them out of your city. Maybe we should just go to the dealers and start beating the balls off them. There's a lot of things that can be done. But the PD community, if you will, who are probably some of those. It's not that simple. It is very simple. It is very simple to go after these guys because you know where they are. You know where they're making this stuff. You know where it's coming from. You know the shipments are coming in. You know when they're coming in, or roundabouts when they're coming in. You know who's delivering it. You know who to squeeze. You know all of this information, and nothing's being done because they want it to happen so that more people can become easily controlled. These people who are on this new shit that's out there, they're easily controlled, man. Easy. It's embarrassing how easy they can be controlled. I mean, embarrassing. It's the worst. And the drug epidemic is not in 2 states. It's in a lot of states. I thought it was just like here in New York and fucking out. Nope. It is nationwide. It is fucking white trash area, Negroid neighborhoods, fucking rich white folks. It's everywhere. Matter of fact, even in Staten Island, it's destroying a lot of Staten Island. I don't know what part, but I remember hearing that a bunch of cops and firefighters are starting to get hooked on this fucking drugs out there. And the neighborhoods, it's growing rampant. Now, of course, close-knit communities, they're going to keep that shit out. And there are a lot of cops in those communities that are not going to allow it to come in because they're setting examples, if you will. But the drug epidemic is being allowed to happen. Now, weather disasters, we're definitely going to see more of those. It's again, they've been saying it for a while that we're going to see weather disasters, but I think some of the weather disasters we're seeing are controlled and others are not. We're going to be seeing a lot more of that. Now, I want to touch on the alien incident in Miami. There were 2 videos on Reddit that I saw. And in the video, one guy was breaking down the whole multi-universe and how they're different parallel universe running, again, parallel to us, but they look like different people. Some of them look just like us, but some of them look like different beings. All right. He broke down like the science of that and why this was happening and how people were reporting to him what was being seen. Now, the one thing that made sense, and it raised the question, because I didn't think anything of it, but I saw the amount of RMPs, the radio patrol vehicles that were responding to this kids fighting incident in a mall in Miami. Now, when kids are fighting and lighting off fireworks at one another, there are videos from everyone filming this fiasco, if you will. But 50 RMPs and or squad cars responding to kids fighting, that didn't make sense. That was red flag number 1. Red flag number 2, more importantly, no videos of these kids fighting. Not one video. All right. When people started reporting aliens, I go, all right, that's a bit much. That can't be. Why would aliens just show up at a mall? Were they going shopping? But then the story started to get longer, started to unfold. And then it started to make sense. And Rick is saying it was demons. It wasn't holographic because there were descriptions of the reactions of the beings. And I think hologram is not that advanced to have reactions. Now, supposedly, there were reactions from some of them, then not all of them. And do I believe they were aliens? No, I think they were beings of some kind because the story that one guy told who was at the mall and the way he told the story, he was being careful of what he was saying because he didn't want to say too much. That kind of deal. But he said something interesting on his way out of the mall. They were checking his phone before he left. The cops were, as he was leaving the mall. But he says that he didn't record anything because he was shocked as to what he was seeing. And reports of the beings not walking but floating from multiple sources. Two people reported that they looked bothered or surprised that they were there. So again, do I 100% believe this? No. But a lot of shit didn't make sense, and now it's starting to make sense. So I'm just a little fascinated with this story, like I was with the people that died under the sea, right? The 4 bitches in the sea that are dead. I'm a little fascinated with this, but the stories that are coming out, this one guy, it was his personal account of what he saw. And he says what he saw and what he felt, And that's when I was like, this guy has to be telling the truth, because he dived into an eerie feeling in the air when this is going on. I was like, all right. And that you can, like holograms, you don't feel that presence. They could feel their presence. That's why I was like, all right. Their phones are probably being tracked. I'm not, I'm not denying that, but I just think there was a lot going on in that. And Major Ron, Bluebeam, old tech. Yeah, maybe, listen, Major Ron, it could have been something else. Could have been a new technology. Could have been. But what he explained did not correlate with hologram. And the beings being confused and one of them looking worried or scared, that was what a couple of people said. That's a new one. Again, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. But I am more intrigued by this Miami alien incident, or incident, if you will. But again, guys, kids, fireworks, fighting, 50 squad cars, not likely. They don't put that many on kids fighting. It's like 6, 8 at best. And when they start calling for backup, these cops cars, these RMPs all showed up at the same time. They didn't come one at a time. They all like showed up at the same time. And the way the guy explained it, he says as if they knew. Wrong coordinates for portal. Laura could have been that. Could have been that as well. We don't know. Right? It could have been. Now, the one thing about demons is that demons behave a certain way, and they don't act scared when they end up somewhere they're not supposed to be. So I don't know. Someone said way too many responders. Yeah, way too many responders. Pat Murphy, it could be a psychops. I doubt it very much. Some things, Pat Murphy, can be real. With Pat Murphy, everything is Project Blue being a psychops. That's too easy. That's a lazy excuse, or lazy explanation. Sorry. Everybody goes, it was psychops. That's a lazy fucking explanation. You can say that with anything, Anne-Marie says they were demonic. Again, demons don't behave scared and confused. Demons know exactly where they need to be at any given time. This didn't sound that. This doesn't sound like that. We need Sigourney Weaver or Ghostbusters. You choose. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm definitely going to dive deeper into that story, and I definitely want to know if the if CERN's fired off their collider. Because if they did, that would make perfect sense. If they didn't, then I don't know. Bobo, that's exactly it. All of those video cameras, and people were saying that they were scared at what they were looking at, and fear would definitely stop you from filming. But electromagnetic disturbance would also stop you from filming as well. But again, they were also checking their phones on the way out, so that was another thing. So listen, it could have been anything, right? It could have been nothing. It could have been people over exaggerating, or it could have been something. I'm intrigued by the story either way it goes. I'm intrigued. Ghostbusters might be more enjoyable. Probably. And Crackshot, that's the thing. That's why I'm riding the fence with this, because I'm like, there's no videos. And that's like, I mean, what was I watching? I was watching something today. I watched so many stupid short videos. And the person, what everybody went to do was reach for their phones. I think it was a fight or a fire, something weird. And everybody, instead of reacting, they pulled their phones out to film. I'm like, so right, why weren't there any videos? We have to wait and see. We'll have to see where this story goes. But listen, kids fighting, bullshit. There would have been videos all over the internet. How many videos have we seen of kids trashing the mall, stealing from the mall? Thousands of videos. And that's where they drew the line? Yeah, They were like, oh, we can't film this one? That didn't sound right at all. Yes, guys, thank you, Truthful Troll. Guys, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down if you do not mind. My camera's acting up. Not sure why. It's out of focus. Whatever. Who cares? Video's almost over anyway. Um, yeah, we're gonna get off the end in a few. Yeah, but if you guys don't mind, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. If you disagree with my trans-dimensional UFO transgender demon thing, hit the thumbs down. If you agree or partially agree, hit the thumbs up. Yeah, a lot of people keep saying no videos. Yeah. The third point of the Bermuda Triangle is in Miami. Okay. And then 24 Baby said there are videos. Go look. That video of the helicopter from above, that was too... You couldn't really see much. That was a weird video to look at. Yeah, sentence to bet. That's the other thing. That's why I'm a little like on the fence, because where are the videos? And the one from the helicopter, I'm like, I wasn't convinced with that video, like, at all. So, you know, I listen, I try to stay partial, man. I try to stay partial to things that happen. I'm not like, you know, I'm not going out there like, you know, oh, did you see this one video? No, I need multiple videos to be convinced. I'm not that guy that looks at one thing and go, oh, okay. I need multiple videos. I need angles. I need all kinds of shit, man. I need the fucking storyline. I need the fucking script, the whole 9 yards to be convinced of some shit. I don't go with one video and go, aha. Because there's always more to that one video. The Real Zooch says, I agree to disagree. I prefer believing God's word, the Bible. Listen, I get that too, you know. But like Laura said, the truth will come out. Just a matter of time, man. Just a matter of time. 24 Baby Bull said, there is another video at ground level. I like to fucking see it. I like to see it. But again, I need multiple videos, man. I can't like, you know, there's a certain prepper on YouTube that he'll watch one video and off to the races with a fucking video on how the world's gonna end. I'm like, yo, you got to get multiple sources, man. Like, we are on here essentially reporting shit. And so we need multiple videos. Listen, I've been caught out there watching one thing and then reporting about it and being wrong. So after that, I'm like, this is why reporters, they have multiple stories, multiple articles, and they get opposing articles, you know, so that they can make their or form their story from there. You got to do the same thing when you have a YouTube channel. You can't just go with one story and run to Adriana, thank you. You can't have one video and then run to the race, off to the races with you. Like, oh, this one person said. No, you need multiple. You need multiple sources so that you can come up with your own conclusion. Which, by the way, talking about conclusion, guys, I am headed to the SHOT Show next week. So I shall be floating around at the SHOT Show, the Lone Negro. I'll actually have my sons with me. They'll be traveling as well. So we shall see where that goes. You know, as far as me traveling around. And, well, at least hopefully they can get in. We'll see. To get into the SHOT Show, you need to fucking give blood and all this other bullshit. Whatever. But, if you see me at the SHOT Show, fucking say something. Don't be like, oh, I saw you, but I didn't want to walk up. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit afterwards. You see me, say hello. I'm not going to fucking bite. I'm not going to punch you in the face. Just say hello. It's that simple. Be like, hey, angry Negro. Whatever the fuck you got to say. Just say something. You know, don't walk by and then like 2 days later leave a comment in the comment section. You know? Angry of what? Yeah. Hudson Valley said, yes, SHOT Show grabbed me a patch. Yeah, Hudson Valley was supposed to make it this year, but he can't because he was, he's not feeling well. But, yes, if you see me there, say some shit, dude. Don't fucking be that guy. That annoys me more than anything. You know, like, not saying something like, I saw you, but I wasn't sure because I don't want to be confused that all black people look alike. I don't want to hear that bullshit either. Just fucking say hello. It's fucking easy, man. You know, walk up and say some shit. Sparky Welder said, you soft. I'm soft. I am soft. You can find out how soft I am at the SHOT Show. How about that? But, yeah, man. Say some shit. And it'll be okay. I promise you, I won't flip out. Where is it in Vegas? The Venetian. The Venetian is having the SHOT Show. That's where the show will be. The Venetian Hotel in Las Vegas. Nevada. For those that might not know, where fucking Vegas is. You know. But yeah, we shall see who's gonna say hello and who's not gonna say anything. Fucking people. I might even bring my chair with me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not getting this chair shipped out there. You kidding me? Yeah, but I'll be walking around. I'm not gonna have a booth. That's silly. Why would I have a booth? There's some. Now, granted, listen. If a lot of YouTube preppers and outdoorsmen and survivalists go to the show and they got booths, that would be cool. Not saying I would do it, but that would be cool to have us all in one spot and meet there. But yes, there should be a bunch of us. I think there's going to be a bunch of us there. I know that Bear and his group, they bailed out because it didn't work for them last year. They were looking to make connections, and those connections didn't work, and it cost them more money than it was worth. And I was going to tell them, dude, one more fucking year. Unfortunately, you got to burn money to make money, and you're definitely going to meet the right group. And especially if they did a class, a Stop Bleed course at the SHOT Show, forget it, man. They would fucking make bank. But he was really discouraged. So, I don't think it's too late for them to come, and I don't think it's too late for them to what you call it. I'll try to convince him. But yeah, Bear isn't going this year as of right now. And not all of them need to go. I think a couple of them need to go, I would even fucking help out to some capacity. But yeah. Anyway, with that being said, guys, it's 10:02. Thank you for the heads up, guys. I'm going to go off the air now, head over to the Angry Truth channel. Again, I will be at the SHOT Show on the 23rd and the 24th. I'm only going to go 2 days. I'm not going to do that whole 4-day bullshit event. No thanks. I'm going to try to enjoy Vegas with my sons. Strippers and shit. Just kidding. I'm not doing strippers. But my son was trying to be fucking funny. Like, we're going to do strippers? I'm like, you fucking out of your mind? And he was like, just joking. Just asking for my younger brother. I'm like, throws his brother under the bus. Anyway, with that, guys, good night. For those of you following me over to the Angry Truth, I'll be on in 2 minutes. And I will have a Wednesday midweek report tomorrow morning around 10 o'clock. All right, guys? Thank you and good night.